you sit.
No, don't sit. I don't trust the rabbit. Oh, you don't trust the rabbit anymore. Like, you can That was super quick. I know. Oh, Johnson! Yeah, should we walk through? Oh, there's Charlie. Charlie! I just love with the parade.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Tig Filson, and I serve on the Cumberland Town Council, and it is my privilege to be here with you all on this Bluebird morning, where we stand together to honor those who gave their lives in service to our country. Memorial Day is about remembering those we've lost, and I think it's also about recognizing the acts of service, sacrifice, and quiet courage that happen every day in our community. My father served in the Coast Guard in the late 60s. He left Christmas Cove for Boston, where he was handed a list of possible assignments. Sunny little ports with postcard charm like Nantucket or Newport. Jonesport, Maine was also on that list. If you haven't been, Jonesport is known for being cold, remote, foggy, known for brutal tides, battering winds, and not much else. He circled Jonesport, and the officer in charge looked at him and said, "You want to go there?" He shrugged. "Yes, sir." And the officer hollered across the room, "Cut this idiot a set of orders and get him on a dang bus to Jonesport before he changes his mind." He spent 4 years there and loved every minute of it. That story has always stuck with me, partly because it's a little funny, but mostly because it says something about the kind of service that happens in small towns in cold places, where the work is hard and the rewards are quiet, where showing up for one another every single day is just what you do. Here in town, I see people carrying that forward every single day. In dooryards, at kitchen tables, and on back roads all winter long. It's the neighbor who shows up with a shovel after a storm, the one who plows the entire street because it's the right thing to do, who drops off supper for someone who's going through a hard time. Quiet, constant service, no spotlight and no fanfare. That's how we honor the people that we've lost, by living in a way that reflects their courage and their humanity, one small act at a time. So today, we pause, we remember, and tomorrow, when the flags are folded and the bagpipes are put away, we show up for each other. One kindness, one gesture, one dooryard visit at a time, in honor of all who have served and all who are lost. Thank you. Jen Till graduated from the U.S. Naval Academy in 2001, served 7 years of active duty, 5 in reserve, and she's a tremendous human being. So let's give her a warm welcome. Jen, come on up.
Thanks, Jake. Distinguished guests, my amazing community, the tiny people in the back who aren't listening, and perhaps most near and dear to my heart, my fellow veterans and brothers and sisters in arms. Thank you for coming out today to remember and to celebrate. I'm going to try and remember the tenets of public speaking that General Joe Medina once taught me and insisted upon when updating him, to be brief, to be brilliant, and then be gone. I can promise 2 of the 3. So, it is truly an honor to stand before you, not just as a veteran and a member of this tremendous community, but as an American deeply humbled by the meaning of this day. Memorial Day, more than any other holiday, is a sacred day of remembrance, a day when we pause as one nation to honor those who made the ultimate sacrifice, who paid with their lives so that we may enjoy the freedoms so prevalent here in America. Established in 1868 as a day to honor Americans from the Civil War, Decoration Day was redesignated Memorial Day in 1971, when its purpose was extended to include all of the men and women who died while in service to our country. This year, the weight of history feels particularly profound, marked by the 50th anniversary of the end of the Vietnam War era, the 75th anniversary of the start of the Korean conflict, and the 80th anniversary of the conclusion of World War II. In those 3 wars alone, America sustained the loss of over 500,000 men and women in uniform. 500,000. Which begs our undying gratitude not only to them, but to the 1.3 million American soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marine who have given their lives in service to country since the beginning of our nation's history. It is important to remember that those numbers each represent a person, a loved one with a name, a face, a family, a mother, a father, a brother, a sister, an aunt, an uncle, a friend. Each story is different, but they all share one thing in common: the unwavering commitment to do something greater than themselves. Honor, duty, integrity, courage, commitment. These aren't just words. They are the foundation of our country and the common principles of the valiant heroes we remember today. I have both the privilege and yet tragic ability to visit dozens of fellow classmates, Service Academy graduates, soldiers, sailors, in cemeteries as famous as Arlington National Cemetery in DC and as close as the Walnut Hill Cemetery in North Yarmouth. These are women I played sports with, studied American history with whom I had the unforgettable experience of seeing the Southern Cross for the first time on a flight deck in the middle of a vast ocean. They're men who I flew in helicopters with, who walked beside me in 60 pounds of Kevlar in 100-degree heat, who tortured me with so many episodes of The Family Guy because Marines do not show TV remotes when they're bored on board a ship. They were my friends, and even more so my chosen family, with whom I consumed a ridiculous amount of bad coffee because the Navy just cannot get that right, and friends I haggled with for rugs in foreign lands that are still on the floors of my house. Shipmates that I said silent and not so silent prayers for in an effort to not be thrown overboard because yes, Navy SEALs think that's funny during training. There are friends for whom I went to kids' birthday parties and sporting events for even before I had my own. And those of you that have kids know what kind of level for that friendship proves. In short, they're people that help shape the person I have become, that have colored my world in a kaleidoscope of patterns and experiences, and most importantly, the people for whom I try every day to earn the worth of their sacrifice. You may not have known Brian Bourgeois, Travis Mannion, Landon Jones, Jennifer Harris, or Ronnie Winchester. The names Mark Lee, Jeremy Graysick, John Wilt, Kyle Milliken, and Clark Schwedler don't instantly transport you to another lifetime like they do for me. But I challenge you to join me, to live in a way that would make them proud, to never take the freedoms they paid for granted. Together, let's honor those 1.3 million men and women, not only on Memorial Day, but every day. To modify a very famous quote by Henry David Thoreau, and as my 12th grade English teacher is somewhere cringing unknowingly, go confidently in the direction of your dreams. But I beg you to please live the life that they imagined. Thank you all. Have a wonderful Happy Memorial Day.
Good morning. I'm Matthew Sturgis. I'm your town manager, and I am the obstacle between you and the rest of your lovely Memorial Day. I just want to say I want to thank all of our veterans and our active service members for their self-sacrifice and their service above self. And I am grateful for every day for the freedoms that they have given so much for so many. And this is our day of gratitude for them and for those who were before and those who shall come after. I want to thank you all for coming out today, and I hope you all have a lovely Memorial Day. The ceremony is now concluded.